Hello, my name is Renee. I'm from the Northeastern Department of Human Research, and today I'm going to show you how to prepare a modification to a study that's already approved. This video is going to be geared toward non-exempt studies, meaning studies where your approval letter says either expedited or full board. For these studies, all modifications need IRB approval before you can implement them. That includes any changes to the procedures you'll be following or the materials you'll be using, even minor changes. With exempt studies, minor changes don't need to be submitted, and just in general, not everything in this video will apply to them. The first thing you need to do is find copies of the materials you're going to be revising, and you need to make sure that these are the same versions that actually got approved at the end of the review process. So what I recommend doing is pulling up your most recent approval packet. This demo here shows an initial approval packet, but if you've already had some modifications approved for this study, you'll want to check those packets as well. The approval packet will include your protocol, which is dated. So here I can see the approved protocol was the one dated January 12th. So if I have a bunch of different drafts saved, I can find the one dated January 12th, and I'll know that that should be the right one. For all your other documents, if you used the non-exempt protocol form that dates from around August 2023 or later, it has space at the end for a list of version dates for all your documents. So here, for example, the consent form is dated January 14th. That's the version that you would look for in your own files. And it is best to find the Word version that you originally sent us and work from that. Don't try to edit this packet or convert documents back to Word from the packet, particularly not documents that have an approval stamp on them. So open up your own copy with the matching version date. And now what we can see here is since this was the latest revision that was sent to the IRB before approval, it still has some tracked changes and comments from that earlier review. We don't need those anymore. We want to start with a clean slate. So what you can do here is under the Review tab, we have an option to delete all comments in the document with one click. And similarly, we have an option to accept all tracked changes. Now, make sure tracked changes is still turned on, and then you can start making your edits. Don't forget to update the version date, for example. Next, for this demo, maybe you're adding compensation for the participants. So we'll jump to that section and start editing. Now, in a case like this where you're going from a no to a yes, it's a good idea to check the consent template and see what the instructions are for this section so that you know what to include. You can find that on our website under templates and just download a new copy and open it up. So here's the current consent form template. And we can just jump to the payment section and see that there's not only instructions, but even some example text you could use as a starting point. Back to our demo consent form, I'll paste that example text in and edit it to match the details of this study. And if you want to see how everything looks without the track changes in the way, you can switch from all markup to simple markup or no markup over in the Review tab again. Now on the protocol form, in addition to any changes you might need to make to the content, don't forget to update the documents list at the end of the form. Then up top, the version date of the protocol itself and the revision history table. Once you've edited your study documents, the next step is to download a copy of the modification form. You can find this on our website on the Forms page, and we really do recommend grabbing a new blank copy every time so you can make sure you're using the correct form and not an outdated version. And then you just fill out the modification form. Don't forget the submission date at the top, and then there's just some basic information about your study and a few questions about the changes you're making. Then on the second page, you just list your revised documents and any new documents. There are some more detailed instructions on the form here about exactly what to include. Finally, remember to sign and date the form. And we do need this to be a real signature, not just your name typed in. You can use the signature features in Microsoft or Adobe, which are both available through your Northeastern account, or you can insert a picture of your signature, or of course, you can print out the form and sign it by hand. And then you're ready to send in the documents. Just email them to us at irbreview@northeastern.edu. You don't need to include any documents that you're not changing, just the ones you are changing, and of course, any new materials. Like with a new study, we'll send you a confirmation email so you know we received it. And then within a few business days, you should hear back from a member of the staff with any comments or with your new approval packet. If you have any questions, you can always email us at that same email address or check our website for the schedule of drop-in hours on Zoom. Thanks for watching.